Hello, Libra. It's Oh My God Tarot, and this is your Someone Secretly Talking About You tarot card reading. So for those of you wondering who's got my name in their mouths, this is the reading for you. Alright, we're going to start with the astrology reading cards, and then we're going to look into the tarot spread and figure this out. What are you talking about? You talking about me? What you be saying? I'm here for you guys. Let's do this. Alright, Libra. This is your first card. Ooh, we got Leo. We got a Leo. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. So we're already off the bat dealing with somebody who is fiery. You know, they could be, they're fun. I'll give them that. You're fun. You're a lot of fun. But you have a little bit of an ego, and you have a little bit of immaturity to you. Not necessarily the most immaturity, but innocence, and your vantage point is coming from a youthful energy, which could be a good thing. Which could be a very good thing. But if it's not, it could be a very juvenile, immature type thing. But for the most part, Leo energy is good energy. It's associated with the sun and your sense of self. So again, if this person's talking about you, maybe they're gassing you up. Your next card is Scorpio. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So Scorpio energy is water-based energy. They're very intuitive, very psychic, and they feel things very, very deeply, which is why their art is so good. I'm telling you. Have you ever seen Scorpion art? The creme de la creme of art. But they also have this mystical, secretive way. They have deep down desires that not everybody gets to know about. So their day ones, their day ones, after a while, listen, it's a lifer. Okay, I'm with you for life type energies. Okay, so that's you can talk about me if that's what it is. It's a little intimidating, but sure. Then your last card is Gemini. So this could be their sun, moon, rising. As for all three, the energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. All right, Libra, you got a fellow air sign. You should already know the deal. What's going on with the Geminis? They're clever, they're charming, they're witty, just like you. But they got that little persuasive thing going, and you like balance. But Gemini, they like the balance to, teeter over into their favor. Let's give me 100. Let's give me 99%. Let's give you 1%, and 1% should be 100% to you. They'll rationalize things like that. But at the same time, you being a Libra, you know what's up with them, so you know how to handle that. I feel like you guys have a connection to every one of these signs: Leo, Scorpio, Gemini, in some way. And if you do, please let me know in the comments. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull your tarot, but first, let's give it a shuffle. Let's give it a shuffle, and this is going to be a tarot deck that you haven't seen in a while. It's the Oceanic Tarot with all the mermaids in it. I was feeling like I'm in a good mood today, so let's do the Oceanic Tarot. Alright, and for some of you that are frustrated because sometimes, my schedule's a little all over the place, and I really like to just do these readings when I'm in a good mood. I don't like to I don't want to pass on any type of negative energy, so that's why my readings are at times sporadic. Sometimes you'll get 3 readings, sometimes you'll get a series of readings for 2 weeks, and then I'll go 3 days without posting. That's why it's like that. I'm not gonna do that, guys. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna spread no negative energy towards you, okay? That's what the swords are for. Now that I've shuffled your deck, see how I bought time? See how I bought that time? Let's have a look at your tarot spread. Your first card, 2 of Swords. Oh, I jinxed it. I mentioned the swords. 2 of Swords, indecision. This is the crossroads. This is being kind of pulled between 2 ideas and kind of holding still until you come to a conclusion, but maybe holding still for too long. So this person may be talking about that. Then we have the Moon card, which is associated directly with Pisces, but this also speaks to your subconscious influences, your perspective being kind of a little temporarily questionable. This also speaks to mind altering, like substance abuse, or just having a hazy perspective on something that isn't quite what it could appear to be. I know you know what's up with you full mooners, or the people who pay attention to the subtleties of the movement of astrology. You can tell when there's a full moon. You're extra tired, sluggish, and don't know why, not thinking effectively, thinking, how about I have 6 Krispy Kremes? Little things that wouldn't be a good idea in a normal situation become okay and acceptable under the full moon, right? So we already have two little like, your perception of things are a little ha ha ha. But let's keep going. Then we have the Three of Wands, motivation. Okay, I see you trying to get things done here. Sorry, I gotta move this over and make sure you guys can see stuff. Three of Wands, motivation, followed by Five of Cups, sadness. Now, your last card is the Page of Wands, creativity. So I feel, look at this person's talking about you. I feel like they're trying to get through something. They're trying to get through some type of writer's block or creativity block of some sort. It seems like it. Maybe they're coming to you for some inspiration, because you know how you be sometimes. You know how to sort things out and find balance. Now, speaking of that, let's start with your first card. The Two of Swords being like, I'm trying to weigh my pros and cons, and I feel like that's your thing. That's kind of your thing. And that may be what this person might be talking about. They may be talking about your inability to make a decision. It may be whoever you're affecting by your indecision, which is a common trait with Libras, because you can see both sides of things. So it's hard for you to just be like, okay, I choose this and final answer. You know, you be up here on deal or no deal, weighing your pros and cons, unless they give you a time limit for like hours. You'd be like, well, I can see why I should walk away with the money, but I should really keep going, because I really, you dig? So this is you right off the bat. I feel like they're talking about you because there's some decision that you have to come to. Now, I think that the reason they're talking about you and this decision that you have to make, or some decisions that you have to make, and your stagnation on the subjects, because your perception of it is a little bit distorted. Your perception of it may be through the filter of someone who's been a victim of something. Like, let's say that you're making decisions while you're at the height of your alcoholism, or while you're depressed, or while you're really, really anxious, and then now, so your logic has shifted to something that's a little more unstable, because the moon is like, the moon moves very quickly, so it transitions very fast. So when you hold on to a decision that you need to make that is long term, then people will probably be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that, maybe you shouldn't do that, maybe you should hold still, maybe you shouldn't make a definitive decision, or maybe you should make a definitive decision because you're holding yourself in limbo because you're all fried and dyed and wired in the brain. And I could see that from the outside. And Gemini's very they'll give you some sound advice. They'll give you some punch you in the emotions type advice that is helpful, but it's not put in the most delicate way, but that's okay, because you're a Libra. And Scorpio, you feel some type of synergy with Scorpios, because Scorpios and Libras on the cusp understand each other, and they kind of, there's some bossy energy in there, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. And they'll acknowledge you and let you know what's what. Same thing with Leo. They'll let you know about yourself, and perhaps that's what you need to hear. Because this person talking about you seems like they care about the way that you make decisions. They care about your perception of things. And I feel like that because this person is taking initiative and rising up, taking a stand. Whether I want to say against you, but I don't think it's against you. I think it's taking a stand because the situation has been stagnant for a while because of a lack of decision making and perspectives not being sound or practical enough or exciting enough so that movement can happen. Remember, the wands, it represents change, movement, action, stuff that gets you going. It's the wands is that energy that makes you go, let me just go for a walk. That's the wands right there. That's that little ether you have where you're like, let me go do something. All right, and this is Three of Wands in particular, is that motivation to rise up and take lead, and take initiative on something. So this person talking about you may be wanting that for you, to help you take the lead on something that perhaps you can't really see because the blinders are on with that full moon effect. And then we have the Five of Cups, which represents sadness, loss. And now we have a reason for you to have some sort of like blindfold on with the Two of Swords and a little bit of a distorted perception through your emotions. Maybe this is when your emotions take more precedence than, like, no. You take your emotions way into too much consideration when you're trying to do something practical, and that may be holding you stagnant. That's one of those things, but you may not notice that. Again, you may not notice that. But the Five of Cups really lets you know that, like, especially in the traditional deck, the imagery, that there are things that have gone wrong, and there are things that didn't go that wrong, so you can be grateful for. And you may be focused on the thing that didn't go right. And that might be why your perception is a little distorted, but when you're making decisions, that may be why when you do make a decision, you feel like you take things extra personally, or you you know, you put way more weight into something that doesn't really deserve it, and this person that's talking about you can see that from the outside, and it's almost like they want to help you see it too, but at the same time they also have to like step up and make an extra effort to have that happen. So this person must care about you on some level. I mean, the Gemini rules the house of siblings, so it may be one of those. Scorpio with connections that are so deep that like loyalty is such a high priority. And Leo, that's also like, it just feels like somebody on a sibling level, maybe a friend, a peer, somebody that is you just fond, like somebody that you grew up with, somebody that you know, and somebody that knows you. Maybe they can see the subtleties in your personality, and they can see that you're focusing on the things that have made you sad, or you're filtering your decision making through the things that haven't gone well. Like, it's like almost like, let me do this because I just don't want things to get worse. You know, you don't make decisions from that standpoint. You go, I want things to be great, so let me make this decision. It could be the same decision that you're making, but like, do you see how the perspective is different? And I feel like this person wants you to have a little bit more of a positive outlook. This card in particular, 5 of Cups, it makes me feel like this person wants you to see that the other 2 cups that are still upright and that are overflowing, and perhaps what's the bad is outweighing the good right now, because and you can't see it. So this person may be very supportive and helping you and loyal, showing their loyalty, and making you laugh and cheering you up. It feels like this person is talking about you in a good way, in a caring way, in a nurturing way. Especially if it's a Leo, they're probably very protective, trying to gas you up, boost you up, build you up, all them things. So that's really a positive thing. And then we have the Page of Wands, creativity. This person cares. This person wants to, you know, figure out what makes you happy, what makes you tick, what's worth going after, what gets you excited, what makes you a resourceful person, what makes you excited about life. This is what they're trying to get into. They're trying to understand about you. This person, okay, because this could be a person or persons, okay? Persons, oh my god, that's hilarious. Persons. Okay, anyways, but this person, it feels like they're putting in some sort of effort to, you know, put some energy in your life that's creative, productive, gets you inspired. And I feel like that's a really positive outlook to have, especially if you're in a place where you're a little, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm in limbo, you know, because it feels like we're coming here, and this is the tie to the Libra energy, is the crossroads. And again, Libras are prone to being like, what are the pros and the cons? Well, let me just try to figure stuff out for as long as possible before I make a definitive decision. And I feel like that may be something that's inhibiting you. That could be a quirk that you have that helps you all the time. But on this particular subject or area of life that this person is talking about you with, it may not be. It may be kind of like holding you still in a way that's like, it's not good though. It's not good. And let me help inspire you. Let me help move you forward. That's what this person wants. The Page of Wands represents being researchful, you know, trying to look into things, trying to figure stuff out, you know? And I feel like this person is trying to do that with you. You're hovering under the Gemini, the twins. So it may be somebody that's trying to go through it with you. If you guys are having any type of difficult goals, maybe they're trying to sort out your emotions, sort out your feelings, trying to get to know you, trying to figure things out with you. So that maybe even be coming from like a mentor, somebody who's heavily invested in your well-being. Positive, positive, positive. If you think they're talking about you and you think they're talking that ish, maybe you're wrong. Maybe it's your perspective that's a little distorted, you know, because when you're looking at it through the filter of, oh, I'm sad, or oh, all these things went well, why wouldn't this one go poorly too, then it's not going to be necessarily what it actually is. It's just that filter of, oh, I'm sad, oh, like things don't go right, oh, people are out to get me. Whereas this person has a crown on, they have that anointed crown on, and they're seeing things clearly, and they're trying to help you by taking action, trying to motivate you, trying to get you to feel creative and inspired again. So yay, thumbs up, guys. You got some good people in your life. Good for you. All right, so there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, all them things, all right? Exchange the positive energy up in the comments and whatnot. And if you'd like a personal reading, please check out the description for a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop, where you can purchase all sorts of deliciously scented candles curated by me, because you know how I do with these candles up in here. It's not a spiritual day if we don't have a candle there, right? Yeah, and so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!